What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Mr. Her Dad, back with the Lakers talk. Again, the Lakers came away with the big win against the Grizzlies. Today, we're going to be talking about a lot. Go ahead and get to it. If you haven't already, please click like, comment, and subscribe. Let's go ahead and jump in it. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and start off with LeBron. He said some really important things in the beginning of his post-game press conference last night. So I wanted to kind of run that by y'all and then kind of like segue into the game. But go ahead and check this out for me.
LeBron, you guys weren't as sharp as you had been over kind of the final last week of the regular season into the playing game. And Austin told us that, well, he had a feeling that the level of play would look a lot better from the group, starting with you and AD addressing the team on Thursday and kind of talking about locking in. As much as that message that you could share, could you tell something about like what you were trying to tell the group about setting the tone for this playoff run?
Listen, we've kind of been in like desperation, kind of playoff mode for about 2 months now because we didn't really have much room for error to lose games or whatever the case may be if we wanted to put ourselves in a position to play right now. But when the playoffs start, it's even more dialed in and understanding, assignments, not making mistakes. We can't have, multiple possessions where we're not running back on defense or, we turn the ball over. And obviously, me and AD had the majority of the turnovers tonight. So even when we turn the ball over, we got to get back and set our defense. But offensively and defensively, we got to be as dialed in as you possibly can for 48 minutes. And I thought the guys definitely understood that assignment and were really good tonight. But I think we could be even better.
LeBron, Rui tied the Lakers record for most points off the bench in a playoff game. How important was he tonight, and just the timely shots that he hit as well?
This speaks for itself. He was huge. Like you said, he had timely shots. They made runs in the third quarter. He had 2 threes in a row. They made another run, in the fourth quarter. He had another 3 off an AR pump fake drive behind the back pass. He also had a beautiful turnaround baseline jumper by their bench. But he was just on time, on target all night tonight, and we needed that, especially coming off the bench, especially as well as their bench is. They got so many great players to come off their bench. So we was able to counter that where Ruiz began.
And you guys, this is what it's all about. To hear LeBron say what he says about the team, about the playoffs, and how we've been locked in from jump. This is what it's all about, y'all. This is what it's all about. Again, huge win last night. Lakers win 128-112. Huge injury by Ja Morant. Prayers out to him. Hope everything is okay with his hand. Again, I already know they were dealing with the injuries already with Steven Adams and Brandon Clark, huge injuries to their inside. But with Ja Morant having that hand messed up, it's kind of really tough. He attacks the rim so hard. So hopefully, he gets better. Don't want any injury on anyone. Speaking of that, we kind of had the scare injury with Anthony Davis kind of early in the game. He definitely set the full tempo for the game. I'm just not going to say not just defensively with the rebounds, but also scoring wise. He had like 8 points early in the first. It was kind of like setting the tempo, and I was like, okay, I really like how aggressive we're being towards Jaren Jackson. Anthony Davis finished the game with 22 points, 12 rebounds, 10 for 17 from the field. So, big game from there. 7 big blocks as well throughout the game. He was able to come back from the little stinger he had. But that matchup with him and Jaren Jackson was just wonderful to watch. Jaren Jackson actually finished the game. He had a huge game. We just couldn't do anything with him. 31 points. He had 2 threes, 13 for 21 from the field. A lot of that was on Bron in the post. I like how we're not sending help when it's just LeBron. To me, it was contested, but it looks like, Jaren Jackson wasn't fazed with LeBron there. I was listening to his press conference afterwards, and he was just saying, he's used to LeBron checking him. So that's a matchup to kind of look out for. Huge game again by, as you already know, Rui, our Japanese star. Played 30 minutes, 11 for 14 from the field, 5 huge threes, 29.6 boards. A lot of those points that he had was he was the heartbeat, keeping us alive, keeping us in the game, keeping us within 4 to 5. When it was when a 5-point swing, Rui was that guy that was giving us those huge buckets. And I like the versatility of his buckets as well. It just wasn't the threes. He was inside. He was hitting turnarounds. He was driving. He was being aggressive. And when you're coming off the bench being aggressive, when we need that extra punch, that's really, really huge. Really, really huge. Like I said in the other video, really, really big for us as far as what our versatility. Vanderbilt, again, 4 points, 4 rebounds, that's what the stats say, the box score, but the impact is crazy. The length that he has defensively, we can put him on everyone. He can get switched on Jared Jackson Jr., but again, it looks like, Darvin Ham's plan was to keep him on Ja, and for the most part, you can't stop someone like Ja. You can just make it hard. Ja Morant finished the game 18 points, 8 for 14 from the field, but again, all of that is contested. He did go 2 for 3 from 3, but 2 assists, I look at stuff like that. As far as the Lakers, I'm really excited to see what kind of adjustments we make for Wednesday's game. LeBron had 21 points, 11 rebounds. That's a great game for anyone else, but when you're, the greatest player, arguably ever, we're expecting so much more. D'Lo had a good turnaround game from that play-in game as well, 19 points, 7 assists. He was 3 for 9 from 3, but I like how aggressive he was. He kept shooting even though he was missing. I think that's important because I feel like confidence is everything. You're going to shoot 100% of the shots you don't take. Austin Reeves, another huge game. Again, Mr. Glue. Maybe we should call him Elmer's. I think maybe we should call him Elmer's Glue. I don't know, because he's the glue on the team. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's saying all these new names for him. I heard White Mamba, all these different things. But Austin Reeves is definitely a player, man. And I'm really hoping we re-sign him in the offseason. But again, 23 points, 31 minutes played. It's almost like he stays on the court all the time. His growth and development, us true Laker fans out there, really, really big and really, really good to see. Just a year ago, it was a big thing. Oh, we don't have any youth. We don't have that. All this while, Frank Vogel giving Reeves a shot, and him staying on the roster, LeBron liking what he sees, the team liking what he sees. It's just always good to see those players that kind of grow and keep developing, and literally for my Lakers fans out there, during the losses, the wins, during the hard time it was before the trade deadline, for my people that was with us, I think everybody saw Austin Reeves doing what he's doing now all the time. So that's really, really big. Again, one of my favorite things I want to say about the team that I think is going to be really big for us, for the Lakers making that push, is going to be the versatility moving forward. Hell of a game going forward. Hopefully we get Anthony Davis' arm good. We just need to stay healthy and play Laker basketball. I think that's all we have to do. We have the length, we have the versatility, we have the three-point shooting, we have the driving ability, we have the free throws, we have everything that kind of that plays winning playoff basketball. We got the IQ on the floor. I love how we balance Schroeder and Russell. You know what I'm saying? It's when Russell's off, we can throw Schroeder in there and kind of, mix up everything. Dennis had a lot of big buckets too. He had 7 points, but he had a lot of timely buckets. No points from Malik Beasley this game, but I'm not too worried. It just seems like everybody's dialed in, locked in on winning. The same thing they're saying now is the same thing that we're saying before. Next play mentality. Our playoffs started after the trade deadline. So as far as I'm concerned, this is what I expected. This is what I continue to expect. Whether Ja Morant is in the lineup or whether he's not, I want us to be consistent. That next play up mentality seems like everybody's bought in, dialed in. That's all I got for you. Again, shout out to the Lakers winning that game. And again, LeBron was really able to chill, which is good. But, he had an impact. It just wasn't that LeBron impact. But when we need him, he'll be ready. This is the point of having others on the team. So, again, man, yeah, it's your boy, Mr. Heard That, with another Laker talk for you. I'll holla. Please, if you haven't already, comment in the section what you liked from the game, what you didn't like for the game, what's your thoughts for the next game. Click like, subscribe, and click that bell icon so you get all of my latest content as soon as I load it up. It's been a pleasure talking to you guys. Again, it's your boy, Mr. Her Dad, all in the